Welcome to TFRCC TV, the Faithfully Rising Christian Community, a Catholic spiritual content channel dedicated to reflections, masses, adorations, gospel music, documentaries, and more. Our content is created for the Catholic community worldwide. While our platform is open to all, please be aware that the material presented here is exclusively intended for Catholics. We hold respect for all beliefs and do not seek to offend or convert followers of other religions. Thank you for joining us on our spiritual journey.
My dear children, the gospel value that we can take from this Sunday's reading is self-worth. We know that all of us, we are created in God's image. And I would say this is the best image, or I would say the best thing that God has given us, His own image. I recall a story, an anecdote in the life of Thomas Alva Edison. You know, he is the inventor of the bulb that we use, the light. But it is said that in the school, teachers, most of the teachers, especially his class teacher, found him a very dumbo. Means he was not paying attention all the time. He was lost in his own world. And as a result, one day the class teacher called his mother and he said, "Your child is too intelligent or he's dumb. I can't handle him. Please take him away." And it is said that mother took Thomas home and she became his tutor. She took up his lessons. The child who was rejected, mother took his lessons, and so much so that Thomas passed his studies and he showed a great interest to become a scientist. And it is said that it was to the hard work of his mother that Thomas learned. He went for high studies and became a scientist. And we know the greatest discovery, that one of his greatest discoveries is about the incandescent light, the bulb that we see. It is such an important discovery. And we know that they say that to discover that, he went through over 1,000 times of experiments. He failed, but he never gave up. Children, the lesson that we can learn from today's gospel and from the life of Thomas Alva Edison is all of us, we have a self-worth. We see in today's gospel, Jesus goes home and he preaches in the synagogue, and he preaches with authority, but his own people, the people whom he grew with, instead of appreciating or instead of giving him a pat on his back, they start to criticize him. They say he is carpenter's son. From where did he get this authority? From where did he get this wisdom? Because they were amazed at the way he was teaching. And at the end of the gospel, we have the line, Jesus could not work any miracles there because of their unbelief. They did not believe in the divinity of Jesus. For them, Jesus was an ordinary person who grew up with them. My dear friends, in our life also, there will be people who will try to always put us down. What matters is that we have a self-worth. And what is self-worth? Self-worth of a person is his usefulness or importance in relation to people, society, and the world. We see today, the world sees you, how useful you are to them. And once you are of no use to the world, they just dump you, especially when people become old. But we know that's not what we are meant to be. Even if we are old, all of us, we have got dignity, we have got self-worth. So self-worth, how do we judge that someone is really a worthy person? First of all, by his deeds, by his fruits, as Jesus has said. You will know the tree by the fruit. And yes, a person, the way he lives, the way he behaves, will be judged, will be, I would say, will be called, his worth depends on his his deeds, the life that he has lived. The second, by increasing our knowledge, skills, and experience, we can increase our self-worth. Yes, nowadays we know the person who is more knowledgeable or who gains more skills or more experience, in the eyes of the world, he is something to be called, something worth. But we know that also will pass away one day. But what will remain is our worth in the eyes of God. We know that all of us, my dear children, are precious in God's eyes. And as we have seen that all of us, we are created in the image of God, and none of us are a trash. Or none of us have come in this world as an accident. We have a mission, we have a purpose. So let us realize this and base our self-worth on the love of God. Jesus loves us. His Father has not created us as a garbage, but person with dignity. So let us keep this image of ours as something very precious, something very dear to Him.